call it the mosquito moment. And this became one of the most famous TED Talks of all time. It's Bill Gates talking about the subject of malaria. Now, that's a serious subject, and there's death and illness involved. So it's a downer of a subject. And yet, he was able to take this one moment and make it real and vivid and a little humorous too, which is surprising. It's a surprising moment in such a downer of a presentation. And what he does is he said, well, and as all of you know, malaria is spread by mosquitoes. I happen to bring some mosquitoes here. And then he opened a jar where you could see the mosquitoes. He opened the jar and he said, let's let the mosquitoes fly around the auditorium while I'm speaking. And then he let the mosquitoes out.
Everybody, I'm sure, is freaking out.
Listen, you have to watch the video because you'll appreciate what happens to the audience. First, no one says a thing because it's surprising.
Yeah.
That's called a surprising or jaw-dropping moment, is the moment you move away from your slides and you do something completely unexpected.
Yep.
And so everyone just kind of sits there and no one says a word. And then he says, hey, it's not just poor people who should have the experience of this. And so he brought it to life because malaria is an illness in mostly poor, undeveloped countries. And so people realized that they were part of that joke. Like, hey, I'm talking to this elite audience. It's not just the poor people who should have the experience. And then he said, and those mosquitoes are not infected, so calm down. You know,
yeah.
But what happened to the audience was shock, quiet. And then they kind of giggled because they realized that they knew they were in on the joke. And then they started laughing, and then they started cheering.
Wow.